We'll do it live. Do it live. Shit sucks. I'll do it live. Ah, man. That's some good coffee, man. Good days start here, dude. All day, every day. Mickey D's. Yeah. Alright. We're rained out like a mofo. It is like torrential downpour pretty much for the whole day. We do need the rain, but it gives me a chance to do something. This is something that I've probably had, I'm looking at what? Almost May. I probably got this in February. And I got me some Dunkin'. Dunkin's good, man. You know what it is? I kind of switch. You know, I'll do like 3 months of Mickey D's. Maybe, 2 months of Mickey D's. And then I do like a month of Dunkin'. Dunkin', and it tastes burnt to me. I don't know. I can only go so long with it. You know? I'm actually been on this McCafe kick probably for like 3 months here. So I'm sticking with it. But yeah, Dunkin's good. Sometimes you just need a cup of Dunkin' though too. Because this is kind of weak coffee. But that Dunkin's pretty good. We don't have too many Starbucks around here. I'm iffy with that too. Not a big Starbucks guy. But anyway, like I said, this is something that I've had for, like I said, a couple months. Probably 2 months. 8-10 weeks. And I figured, you know what? Let's open her up. I haven't even opened this. So this is like a grand opening here. Don't want to pay $7. Yes, isn't it crazy, man? It's for freaking coffee. And even the K-Cups, man. I don't know, man. I got this K-Cup machine. I was liking it for like 6 months, man, but I was buying those. I mean, you have 2 cups a day. You're going through those things pretty quick. And, they're not cheap. I mean, I don't understand. It's freaking coffee. 10 years ago, you get a cup of coffee, it was like 59 cents. Now you got Starbucks and Dunkin', and that's why this is great, man. $1 for, what is this? Probably a 10-ounce cup. It's pretty good stuff, I got one right by me. It's another good reason. Actually, Wendy's makes a good cup of joe. But, yeah, so we're just chilling. And you know what? Like I said, I just did that DeWalt review. And guys, let me know what you think. I asked a couple people yesterday, do you like these live videos when I'm kind of doing, review? Well, not even the reviews, you really can't do live. But if I'm doing, and you know what? And with drills, that's the only reason I'm kind of doing the live. So, because with drills, man, there's really nothing. I mean, you can see me screwing in a couple screws and stuff like that. But, I mean, the best way to review a drill driver is honestly, you do an unboxing of it. You kind of go over the features, go over the specs, and then, do an update 6 months to a year later, and then really give your, opinion. We got a couple projects coming up, a couple sheds we're doing. Let me open it. I know, Howard, you love the Ridgids, man. That woman stopped me yesterday in that Home Depot, and she was a big Ridgid fan. It's crazy. I'm telling you, the greatest thing they ever did was do this LCA, man. People just go crazy, absolutely crazy. And see, and this is a perfect example, guys. Perfect example right here. All right, so I got this for $59. Now that's why I'm kind of doing this review. I haven't done it. I've been wanting to do it. We went over the DeWalt. I got it for $89. So it's a $30 difference. You get 2 batteries, and it's a DeWalt. So, I mean, I don't know. I think this is obviously a better deal. But anyway, with this whole LSA thing, it's a good point that I actually focused in on this. But I have no idea where the receipt is for this thing. You know, like I said, it was 59 bucks. I bought a couple things for my company. I was, getting stuff for my landscaping company. I don't even know what the hell I did with the receipt. I chucked it. It's gone. Um, I don't even know what credit card I paid with it. So, perfect example. The LCA on this thing will never happen. Not that I really care. I mean, it's a drill driver, 59 bucks. But, for the battery, that's what makes it big too. Because, with these kits, the battery is, guaranteed for life. So it's a big, big. Yeah, Alex, isn't it crazy? I think it's supposed to get actually worse later. Um, Connecticut, yeah. So the whole New England Northeast is getting hit. I guess we need the rain, right, Alex? I don't know. It seems like it's been pretty dry the last couple weeks, but I know we got hit a couple weeks ago pretty good for a while. But do you like brushless or not? You know what? You hear me talk about it. I don't. It's really not that big of an issue. Brushed and brushless. I mean, obviously there's some advantages to the brushless thing. And I personally think the biggest advantage to the brushless tools, and no one really ever talks about it, um, especially for the guys that are like on construction sites and who work really outside and stuff, is, you know, the best thing about these brushless tools is you can drop this in water and it's going to respond a lot better. What I'm trying to say is, you can get this tool wet, motor and all, submerge it. I'm not saying that the brush tools aren't going to react the same to a degree, but you got a whole better chance of not only, what I find is when I do get my brushed, impacts or drills wet, I mean like really wet, like either dropping them, in the back of my truck. You guys who have trucks, your back of your truck fills up with water when it rains. You got the whole, plastic rhino lining or whatever you have in the back of there, and water just pools up and you kind of just throw stuff back in there. I mean, that's what I kind of do sometimes. And, a lot of times, unbeknownst to me, I go and I grab it and it's, halfway submerged into, a pool of water. So, and the brush tools, because that's pretty much, you know, that's pretty much what I'm using. I use a lot of brush tools when I'm kind of, you want to just, I have the old tools I use, and they're brushed, but they do end up kind of working again. I mean, there's a couple ones that are gone. I mean, they were really submerged and they never really came back. But the thing with brushed, when they kind of get wet, you kind of have to, you kind of got to shake them a little bit. You got to really get that water. Kind of has to just like dry out. You really can't use it right away. I mean, again, it really matters how submerged that they are. But with brushless, man, I'm telling you, man, you pretty much shake it out a little bit and you're ready to start firing it up again. So that's a real big advantage, I think, for the outdoor tradesman type of guys. Because a lot of this stuff gets, the biggest thing with drills is not them lasting. It's them not getting destroyed by the elements or misuse, not really misuse probably, but just not storing it right, leaving it out in your, like I said, you use stuff and you kind of just throw it in the back of your car and you just really want to get home. You want to take your damn boots off. You want to see your kids or whatever and just relax. And you're like, yeah, all right, I'm going to leave it in my truck. I'll go out. Give me 15 minutes just to kind of, get my stuff going, and I'm going to, get your tools and, clean out your truck bed and get everything out of there, because, you don't want it. And you don't want to get it stolen. You don't want the elements to attack it. Just give me, 15 minutes to relax, and then I'll unpack the truck. But for me, a lot of times, it never happens. So they end up staying out there. And then it rains, and you guys know kind of what I'm talking about to a degree. And yeah, I should put them in a bag, but in my bag or my whatever case that I kind of have, but it just never ends up happening. I mean, you should see the back of my truck right now. There's like 3 blowers back there. Just freaking unbelievable. But anyway, 10 minutes. And you know what I really like about these live videos? And again, if you like kind of these live videos, it's good for me because I can kind of answer questions about them or that you might have. Like right now, I can just, oh, okay, yeah, well, this, or if you guys even have any info and yeah, I have this and this is what I found. But the big thing is storage on like your phone or your camera. Because, man, I have no space. Every time I do a video, I have to erase, like, apps and, you know, like, loads of pictures and videos. And what's good about the live thing is it doesn't do any... I don't know where this video goes when it's done, but it doesn't go on my phone. It goes right to YouTube, and I never have to deal with it again. But, all right, so... Let's open her up. Again, this was like a $59 deal. I said, yeah, you know what? I was thinking about getting another one and giving it away to you guys. Doing some kind of raffle, but I might end up even just giving this one away. So, let's see what happens. Especially since I don't have the receipt for the LCA. And it's going to be hard doing this with one hand, but it'll kind of be like that DeWalt video. But... again, Ridgid tools, man. You know, we talked about it a little bit yesterday's video. I mean, they're just a big growing brand of tools. I mean, they're coming out with new stuff. I don't know if there's a more active brand out there right now. I mean, Milwaukee, obviously, big company. And you liked Howard? Oh, Bernie, I didn't see you. Good health. God bless. Yeah, my man. Gert, that's great. Bernie, he's from the Philippines, guys. And, again, it's so amazing the outreach that this whole YouTube thing can do. I mean, he's out in the Philippines listening to me talk about coffee. But, yeah, so what was I talking about? Yeah, they're just a very active brand. You know, obviously, Milwaukee, TTI, they make some of the tools for Ridgid. Not all of them. Everyone likes to always comment. It's the same company. Someone commented yesterday that the Ridgid Impact, the Gen 5X, is the Milwaukee, just with a different plastic cover on it. So it's not really like that, guys. Just looked at, don't see. Yeah, the real Miller Man. No, this was like a closeout from Christmas. You're not gonna find. And I always tell you guys, I recommend it. After Christmas is over, man, you know, that first week or two, if you got a couple minutes and you're kind of in the area of like a Lowe's or Depot, because they get all this crap in. And once Christmas is over, they discount the crap out of this. So, like I said, I sold this for 59 bucks. You're never going to see these deals online, really. They're usually in-store type of deals. You know, the same thing with this whole DeWalt. And, you know, I had a couple people, really, I don't see it for no 89. I'm like, here, go to this video and you'll see. Oh, man. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, I believed you. I can't believe it. See, that's why you're my... Oh, thanks, buddy. I really appreciate that, Miller Man. But sometimes, I'm not saying that you can't find these deals online, but they're very few and far between, you know. I mean... you gotta really, the best way to find these deals are at the store. I bought my Ridgid cordless miter saw for $170. Yeah, I got mine for $199 in the store. And it's funny, because when I did that video, everybody was going crazy. And, well, I went online, it says $399. I'm like, oh, that's online. In the store, from what they told me, they're not going to carry the miter saw in the store anymore. So they're getting them out, and they want them out. So $199, I did a video showing them. And I'm like, man, it's crazy. So, yeah, there's no reason for me to make up these prices on this stuff. I mean, you know, it is what it is. And when I see them, I try to even get a video going almost immediately. And someone did a great video the other day, because he knows I've been wanting one. And it's the Ridgid brushless, what was it? The router. Yeah, the Ridgid, you know, handheld router. Man, I want that thing so damn bad. and he showed me, I don't know where he was. I think he might have been in like Minnesota, but it was like $79.99. I'm like, oh man, it's $129 here. And I went to my store when I was, not the next day, but next time I was there, and they still had it for that price. So it's very regional too, guys, and it's really based on your store. Your individual Home Depot or Lowe's, they might get a certain amount of an item, and they don't sell. They got 20 of these kits. They sold 3 of them, and there's no space for them to put it on their floor. Yeah, Flores, doesn't that compressor look cool, man? Oh, but you know what I was thinking too? Like I was thinking, man, that would be awesome. And like 5, 10 years ago, that compressor would be absolutely amazing. But I mean, there's really not that much that I would need a compressor for these days. I mean, everything, we all used to have you know, um, the impact wrenches and stuff like that, you'd have to use your, air compressor and stuff. But I mean, the power of these lithium ion cordless tools, I mean, I'm sure I would find some use for it, but it's like, is it worth the investment? I mean, everything I have now is pretty much, cordless. But obviously, there's people out there that couldn't make great use out of that because, you know, I'm just saying for myself. But yeah, they're coming out with a lot of. I mean, they're really taking the bull by the horns, man. They're coming out with stuff that is just absolutely amazing. We came out with Makita last year. They had that coffee maker, and man, that video must have. DeWalt is coming out with a flex volt compressor. Yeah, man. I'm waiting for the other companies to come out with that power station. I mean, that power station, still no one really even talks about it that much. It's an incredible tool. I mean, it could be used in so many different ways, not even in just like, power tools or construction or trades. I mean, it's a freaking mini generator to a degree. I mean, and it's the first one. So, you're almost, Milwaukee might come out with one, I'm thinking. Maybe in like a year or two with a little bit more power, maybe a couple more outlets and stuff. Yeah, no one at that power station is tits. I'm going to have a good video, hopefully, pretty soon on it. I want to do something first and really show how amazing I mean, portable power. You can just have it anywhere, and there's videos of that power station powering a refrigerator for like 20 hours. So obviously when your power's out in your house, you can't. Come on, use your head. You're not going to be able to plug it into your breaker board there, and it's not going to be able to power your house. But I mean, with little stuff and charging phones and all that stuff, why we need is a hybrid tile saw. Yeah. Hey, that would be a hell of an idea. You know what I would like to see Ridgid do, man? I would like to see them get back into their 12 volt line a little bit. Come out with some new stuff. They kind of, they didn't have a great success when their 12 volt line came out, but I'm telling you, everyone who comments on my videos say how much they love their Ridgid 12 volt tools. And I mean, they're well priced. I think, I don't know, not the last time I was there, but a couple weeks ago, they had the drill, 2 batteries, and the impact driver for I think $89 with a bag and a charger. I mean, and the truth is, that's really all that 75% of the people who buy this stuff need is this 12 volt, drill, 12 volt impact, and they're good to go. But, obviously there's tradesmen and construction people that need more power. But I mean, $89 these days, you can have something that's going to work perfect for many, many years. And I don't know if their 12 volt line has that LSA. That's a good question for you guys, if any of you guys might know. I mean, I've been yapping for 20 minutes. I haven't even opened this damn thing yet. Alright, so let's take a look. All right, so it's I have one FlexVolt tool, and I don't really have it. It's in my buddy's shop. I had the recip saw. I really liked it. Really cool, the FlexVolt recip saw. And I have the power station. I don't know if you would consider that a FlexVolt, but I definitely like the recip saw. But yeah, so this is the Ridgid brushless drill driver, 18 volt, 2-speed. Got the LSA. This comes with a 1.5 amp hour battery. And like I said, when you buy it in these kits, so this was 59 bucks for the rest of your life to a degree. Now, obviously, there's limitations. I shouldn't say that. But anyway, you got the LCA on your drill driver, on the battery, on the charger. So anything ever happens to any of these things in your lifetime, and you register it, and, you know, you're up to date on everything, and you know, you're good to go. You got another one. I mean, I've never had to use their LSA. I don't know how long it takes to get your tool. I'm not sure how it even works. Do they send you a new one? Do you have to, you know, but, you know, it's a great marketing scheme that, you know, Ridgid really hit with this. Right there. Ridgid lifetime service agreement. And like I said, if you really are thinking of buying or getting into the Ridgid line because of the LCA, do your homework on it, read up on it, and see what's included and what's not. But anyway, yeah, so it's a nice, powerful drill, very similar in power to the DeWalt. That's another good reason to kind of just look at them comparably. But 500 inch-pounds of torque. It's a half-inch, just like the DeWalt. 2-speed settings, 24 position clutch ring. That's actually really a lot. No, usually they're around 18, 20. So 24 is pretty good. Got a hex grip, micro texture. You know, if you follow me, you know, I get a lot of things. Ridgid's very popular. Hasn't Ridgid always had a lifetime guarantee? I don't think always. I think it's within the last 18 months, maybe 2 years, they really, I mean, they might have had it, I'm really not sure, but they kind of really started marketing it to a degree in like the last year and a half, but I'm really not 100% if it's been around longer than that. But that's the thing, when you answer these questions, you kind of forget what the hell you were talking about. But yeah, so, oh yeah, so like I get a lot of comments on Ridgid and stuff. Did I know they had a 24 volt line, Ridgid? Actually, yes, I did. I never handled any of the tools. It was I use that. I use the Milwaukee 28 volt. No, real middleman. Of course not. Don't. It's me. I have early stages of Alzheimer's disease, I think. But no, definitely ask your questions. That's why I'm doing this live. But yeah, if you follow me, oh yeah, so you know, a lot of people, oh, the FlexVolt. Oh, I wish they would come out with this, and oh man, it's getting great. No more 18 volt. We're gonna start going. Oh, Cobalt's got like 24 volt. You know, you gotta remember, guys, every company that has tried to leave this 18 volt platform has failed, and failed badly. Okay, now obviously now. I'm talking strictly kind of power tools, because you know Ryobi has that 40 volt, but that's really outdoor power equipment, obviously, and I think, and that's what made the whole Milwaukee thing with their staying with the 18 volt platform with their outdoor line. I think that was really brilliant. I think it really took a lot of brains, a lot of engineering to really make these tools work kind of as good as they do, you know, because the blower, you know, a lot of people have their ifs and buts about that, but I'm really starting to like it the more I use it. But that trimmer and that hedge trimmer are really great tools, and the fact that you can have your, you know, 2 amp hour slim pack from your, you know, drill, and then, you know, you got a little bit more trimming to do, and oh man, my 9 amp hour battery's done. Now I gotta wait. You just want to get it done. you know, you can slap that on, you know, with these 40 volts and this DeWalt 40 volt line. Once those batteries are dead, and you gotta remember, these 18 volt batteries, they charge quick. I mean, you can charge a 3 amp hour battery in like 20 minutes with the rapid charger. You know, these DeWalt 40 volt, even the Ego 56 volt battery, I mean, it's 120, 150 minutes to charge these suckers. Now, obviously, you don't need to let them charge the entire time, but you don't really want to get into the fact of charging your batteries halfway, taking them off. That's another thing, you know, because you really have a limited life of how many times you can charge these batteries. And with the brains and the technology of these batteries now, you know that they're programmed somewhere in this case that after, hey, 250 charges, they're just gonna go zoop, and they want you to buy more. So, but anyway, yeah, they really have failed. So don't get your hopes up too high, you know, with the Cobalt 24, you know, because there's been a very big track record of the Ridgid 24 volt, the Milwaukee 28 volt. I know didn't DeWalt have something too? I can't remember. But, you know, Bosch kind of has like a 36 volt. Makita has a 36 volt that has pretty much died completely. I mean, they still make some, I don't know if, I know they don't make any new tools, but, you know, they kind of switched to the whole, and this is what they should be doing. You know, I think this is brilliant, man. And I think this is what Milwaukee should do with their blower. The trimmer and the hedge trimmer's fine, man. Use one 18 volt battery, you're good. But use two of them, man. 36 volt. You got 36 volts. That's perfect. You know, I saw someone the other day, I don't know if it's Greenworks, that freaking 80 volt. I mean, come on. You don't need all that shit. And they think that, you know, they see, oh, this is 80 volt compared to a 36 volt tool. It's so much stronger. It doesn't work like that. So don't let the 80 volt or the 60 volt stuff, you know, fool you to a degree. But all right, so nice little tool here, nice drill driver. Again, the whole drill driver thing, you know, obviously they have a big use in the whole, you know, field of power tools, construction, whatever you're in, whatever trade you're in. Don't get me wrong. You know, impact drivers are really, I mean, they make so many different things now for these impact drivers. Not saying the drill's not useful, but, you know, if you're going to use a drill or if you need a drill, I always recommend, man, get a hammer drill. Again, you know, Makita has a nice $99 hammer drill somewhere down here. I don't know, it might be in here. But yeah, 99 bucks. And you have, not that you might never even need that hammer, you know, the hammer action of the drill. But, I mean, a lot of them are the same price or a couple bucks more. So, you know, the whole point of me saying this is, you know, I think these drill drivers as just a lone tool, you know, I think, you know, and that's why I think there were so many of these still available. You know, just drill drivers now, there's just they're kind of just getting to be like a fade. They're phasing out to a degree. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, obviously, everyone needs a drill driver. But I think with the different attachments to impact drivers now, you know, impact ready bits and impact ready this and impact ready that, and, you know, these hammer drills that, you know, have the hammer function, and, you know, I just think, you know, but yeah, so let's go over some of the specs on it. So we got 500 inch-pounds. I think they have a little, so you get the 1.5 amp hour battery. And if you buy it in a kit, man, you have it for life. And here's the number. Do not return to store. If anyone ever needs it, you go to @ridgidpowertools.com. Blah, 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 Spanish. And here's the phone number. I saw something with specs. Okay. So it's obviously 18 volts, 500 inch pounds. You got 500 and 1800 RPM. Obviously setting 1 and setting 2. I do believe that the DeWalt was a little bit higher. As a little comparison, obviously it's a $30 difference, but you get an extra battery. So I would jump on the DeWalt all day, and I'm not even a DeWalt guy. If you guys follow me, I don't really like their stuff. It's not that I don't like their stuff. I just think Makita, Milwaukee, Bosch to a degree. I just like their stuff better. And it really comes down to just feel. And it comes down to, why does anybody like anything? They just like it, or they don't like it. They don't like it. So, but they don't have the weight on it, so I'm gonna I got my little thing here. So we're gonna do actual weight of these tools here. Come on. And I hate these freaking bags. Whoa. I hate these Ridgid bags, man. I mean, I like them because you get one. I must have, honestly, like 6 or 7 of these things. But I just don't like, they're very non-protectant, very cheap. I don't know. Like, I have one that this whole thing is like ripped out. I don't like them. And I actually told Ridgid that on Instagram. And they were cool. They actually commented back. I just did a little video, a little picture, not a video. And they're good. They're a good company, man. They get back to you. And all these companies, DeWalt too, they have a great warranty. Whenever anything happened, I had a couple things happen. Man, they have great customer service. So, all right. So here she is, another charger. Nice. And I like that. What I like about these chargers too is they've always had that wall. Everyone's coming out with them now. DeWalt is finally having them up. I mean, they really are space savers. I got to do something with this mess over here. But real nice space savers, and you can just show you the size compared to. See, this DeWalt. I love this little thing. And DeWalt, man, as much as people like to, you're either a Milwaukee or DeWalt guy, pretty much, when it comes to a degree. Obviously, Makita has their following, and they have like a cult following, but DeWalt has been hitting a home run, man. They are just, everything they touch turns to gold. But look at this size comparison here. That's cool. And actually, you see the Porter cable one. Actually, I can take this off now, but this comes with their brushless kit, in case you haven't seen my video. Hold on a second. Let me take this off for you. Yeah, so if you get their brushless combo kit, this is the charger you're getting. And at first I was like, man, what the hell is this? This sucks. I mean, really? Porter cable? DeWalt, what's up? Stanley Black & Decker. But I actually like it, man. I mean, it takes up no space. I can kind of hang it off the side of my freaking table. Kind of get it out of the way. And if you need it, you know where it is. So, I think in the video I said how much I hated that. Or how cheap and chintzy it was. But it's actually not bad. Alright, so you get the charger, and here's all your stuff. Your owner's manual. So, I don't know. I have to kind of see if I can find a receipt to sign up for the LCA. But this is a nice radio, man. I was playing around with that. And you guys know I love this. Oh, I was talking in yesterday's video. I got to get a fan for in here, man. And I'm really thinking about the Ridgid. Because it's, $59. It's like $20 cheaper than the Milwaukee. And it is the most powerful one out there. And I played with it at the Home Depot. That thing is tits. So if anyone had, what fans do you guys have? If you guys are still watching. Oh yeah, there's still, man, there's a lot of people watching this. What's up? I didn't bore you guys yet. But if you guys have any, and this thing is awesome. Oh yeah, and a little information. A lot of you guys have been asking. I have this too. I have a lot of Ridgid tools. for somebody who's not that big fan of Ridgid, not that I'm not I shouldn't say that, of their, drills and impacts and stuff. This is what I love. I think they do awesome with this accessory type tools. The miter saw and the orbital sander and this job site blower. The fan. I have this thing. I never even opened it yet. I gotta open that. And actually, their best power tool that I use and I own. I really like the circular saw. Really an awesome saw. I never came across a bad circular saw, to be honest with you. So, I love that Porter cable one. You guys hear me talk about that one all the time. Nice and light. Oh, it's awesome. But, yeah, what fans do you guys have? Does anybody have that Milwaukee fan? I'd probably get the Ryobi fan for like $39-40, but I'm to the point where I don't know if I'm even gonna. I got like 3 or 4 of these batteries, and I don't know. Once these batteries kind of die, I'm gonna kind of be. I don't know if what I'm gonna be doing with that. I'm gonna have to buy new tools. Did you have your giveaway for the Milwaukee yet? No, it's May 20th, Howard. You can still sign up. If you guys are watching, go to my website. All the info is there on the news. And yeah, check out the site. I put a couple new items up there. Toolboss44.net. Check it out. I really got to get going with that. It's a lot of work doing the whole coaching and the kids and work, your normal job, and then doing this. I had a lot of time in the winter, Obviously in my industry, you're not really doing too much. I kind of got everything set up, and now it's the maintaining part that I kind of knew was going to happen. Obviously, once I started full-time working again. But yeah, so here's the 1.5 amp hour battery. Now again, this is what every brand out there, every company, they come out with these 1.5 amp hour batteries. And what's cool about it with Ridgid is every battery that they make has one of these power gauges. That's a great feature that Ridgid really gives you. I know Milwaukee does. I think they're 1.5. Man, I can't even remember. I'm pretty sure their 1.5 has one. But I know a couple years ago their 1.5 didn't. But Ridgid always has seemed to have these battery indicators on them. The power indicator on them. But, here's the perfect example. The size of this thing. These 1.5s. Like, I don't understand why these aren't extinct. And you just have a 2.0 amp hour battery. It's like, even, DeWalt and even Milwaukee and everyone. Bosch and Makita too. I don't know. Yeah, Makita has a 1.5. Really, what's going on with that? They're the same size. Just put another battery cell in it and give everybody an extra 15-20 minutes. Damn. So, cool battery. They're a little bit bigger than the other brands. We've talked about it. Here's the Porter cable. And they're not really that small either. Here, let me show you compared to a DeWalt. Sorry for the blackout. But, here's, I guess, the DeWalt is the same size. A little bit smaller. But then you got the Ridgid. And it's like so much higher. So the batteries are a little bit bigger. And I don't think these batteries have the higher cells in them that some people, and people get in arguments over these videos with these batteries too. It's just all opinion, guys. Nobody's into fight over this brand stuff, what's better and what's not. Who cares? Hey, that's why we watch this stuff, to see what all these companies are coming out with, what the new technology is and how they're being used and how durable they are and how long they're lasting. And you know, there's this one guy on Instagram. His whole thing is these beat up, old, destroyed tools, and he loves putting pictures up of them. And that's everybody, and then they're great. And he has a very popular page, and everyone has their own little way of what they. Let me put this thing back on. This light too, man. Not very powerful. This DeWalt light, but it's freaking awesome. I have one in my truck, and I tell you, I use it all the time. Nothing like having a nice light. And it's not bad. It is pretty, you know, 110 lumens. You think it's really not that much. You know, obviously I have, on my keychain, I have 110 lumen, but I mean, this thing has a nice head on it, a nice face that it really spreads out the light really well. All right, so you're going to get that. I'm at 40 minutes, and we've talked about just about everything. All right, so as soon as I touch this thing, guys, I can tell you, way, way, way heavier than the DeWalt. Like, we're going to see. We're going to weigh them. We're going to do it live. Do it live. All right. So, you know, like we said, you have 24 different clutch settings on it. You do have a plastic chuck here, but you got some metal housing, and you have that with the Bill O'Reilly, man, cheap ass Walmart fan. That's why I have. Yeah, so I mean, you're getting plastic on the whole setting dial with the DeWalt. You're getting metal with the Ridgid. That could be why there's such a weight difference. You know, and that's up to you guys. You know, a lot of you guys are going to say, oh, the metal's going to hold up better, and, you know, the Ridgid's much better, and all this stuff. That's totally up to you. I mean, for me, like I said, you guys know me, man. I like light stuff, light tools. I always say I'll never, you know, to have a 5 amp hour battery on a drill is a crime. Should be a first-degree felony. I believe it is in some states. But, you know, you want to keep them light. You're working with these tools a lot. I mean, I don't know. But it's a nice-looking tool. So you got 24 settings. You got the 24 different settings. 2 speeds here. Let me just throw the battery on so I can kind of... Now we can kind of play with it to a degree. Grip a little bit thicker than the DeWalt. I like a thinner handle. I don't have big hands, but comfortable. He got that whole hex grip that Ridgid is known for. You know, for, I mean, $59 for this, a battery and a charger. It's a home run. The best tool or mower or anything for that matter is the one you like, not what someone... Yeah, that's what it is, man. I never bust anybody's, you know, if you like Ridgid, you like Ryobi, you like Craftsman, whatever you like, man. And everyone, you go to Harbor Freight and you can find some decent stuff. I mean, every Pittsburgh, you know, Pittsburgh is kind of like Harbor Freight's brand. Everything I've used by them has been pretty damn good. I mean, I don't know. But that is speed 1 and speed 2. So, you know, 500 inch-pounds, nice, you know, more than enough power. You know, you got to remember, a couple of years ago, man, a lot of these drill drivers, you know, 200, 250 inch-pounds, 300. I mean, 500 is like the norm now. But yeah, so here's kind of a look of the two. The DeWalt definitely seems, this definitely is smaller. Definitely a smaller footprint. You know, the big thing for me, like, I would grab the DeWalt over this just because of the comfort. I mean, this I love the grip on this DeWalt. It's thinner for me, and this is a pretty thick handle. I'm actually pretty surprised. But this has been out for a while. You know, this is brushless, but this is probably like a 2-year-old, 1.5 to 2-year-old tool. Um, the 12 volts. Oh, thanks, Will. Will Power. Yeah, I appreciate you answering that. Yeah, I've never really looked at their 12-volt stuff until a couple days ago, but again, I get a lot of comments on how great Ridgid's 12-volt line is. But yeah, so let's a little review isn't complete until you screw in a screw for the peoples. You got to do what the peoples want. But yeah, you know, if you're in a Ridgid platform, obviously, you might have. Oh, sorry, I thought I was focusing in on it there for you. You know, maybe you bought their Ridgid fan or their job site blower, and you're in a Ridgid platform, and you know what? You can look at a new drill. See, this is heavy. This is a heavy drill driver, guys. You know, I hate this, and this is with a 1.5 amp hour battery on it. A little too heavy for my liking. Again, not a big deal. I'm just, you know, if you guys want feedback and you want like opinion and review, that's what I'm kind of giving you. And I'm not playing favorites because you guys know I'm not a DeWalt guy in any fashion. But a little bit heavy. Yeah, you guys can do that now, Howard. Well, obviously I'm at 46 minutes. I got a couple minutes there. But let's see if we can drill a screw in without a pilot hole here. Well, we can. Very quiet, a very quiet sound to it, guys. Very smooth. I actually like that very much. Yeah, like I said, guys, it's a drill. When you buy these things, it comes down to really durability. I like it. It's a nice drill. It's a no-brainer for anyone out there if they see it for 59, 69, 79 bucks. You know, if you're new or you're looking for a drill driver, the only thing I'm saying is, you know, comfort and weight-wise and just overall feel, I kind of like the DeWalt a little bit better. But there's nothing wrong with this drill driver. And, you know, what I'd like from you guys, too, is I would love to kind of do a little face-off and reviews. It's really hard to do. You know, I'm not one of those guys, too, with these drills that are going to do a video. Hey, Tony, what's up, buddy? You know, I'm not one of those guys that, you know, the endurance. Oh, how many screws did the Ridgid do to the Bosch? Oh, this one did 73, and the DeWalt did 69. I mean, I don't think that means anything. I mean, because these batteries now, everybody has hundreds of these batteries. Let's face it. You know, you're not going to go to a job site, or if you're working on something, you're not going to bring 1.5 amp hour battery with you. You know, but I wish there was a way to kind of do a review or a, you know, face off to a degree with drill drivers. It's really just, it's hard to do. You know, even like, you know, doing lag bolts and stuff. It's not that easy with drills, obviously, because it's just a different tool. It's not made really for doing that. So I'm convinced my buddy into the DeWalt platform. I'm proud of him, huh? Yeah, I mean, DeWalt's the leader, man. They're number one. You know, uh, I like Milwaukee better, and Milwaukee's a big company, but overall, I think DeWalt still is probably the most recognized name in the whole power tool industry. And again, I'm not a DeWalt guy, but they hit a home run with their outdoor line too. They're the first ones to come out with it. But that being said, yes, they have a big line, and Black & Decker, yep, they are owned by Black & Decker. Stanley Black & Decker bought DeWalt. So they're really Stanley Black & Decker. But, you know, people, you know, DeWalt owns them or whatever. You know, people say, oh no, it's not DeWalt doesn't. It's not. It's all the same damn company. So yeah, Stanley Black and Decker or Stanley Black and Decker. Stanley. So Stanley tools. They're, you know, wrenches and pliers. Then you got the Black and Decker. You all know their orange power tools and their kind of stuff. Then you got Porter Cable, and then you got DeWalt. And I'm sure Stanley Black and Decker own 10 other companies, but we'll just talk about that. All right, so before we go, again, I would love to do something with these drills and kind of, because you guys love it. It's, oh man, this is, no, I bet you that you guys get into arguments on what's more powerful. And again, it's not, I mean, oh boy. You know, you guys see a lag getting sunk. I mean, 0.5 of a second faster. And I'm not saying you guys, because you guys who are watching me now, you guys are smart. You guys are tool boss. You guys are really fans and of tools and smart people all around. Because if you follow me, you're smart. But you know, they'll see a impact or an impact wrench sink a lag 0.5 seconds faster, and now it's a better tool. I told you. What I tell you, it's the best tool out there. It's the best impact in the world. It just beat that by. So, obviously, there's a lot of different aspects of judging a tool by power, but it is fun to a degree too. And hey, I know when I watch YouTube sometimes, hey, you know what? This guy has little duel. I love watching them. But with drill drivers, if you do have any ideas, if people who are watching this not live, I would love to do. If you come up with something that's good, that would, you know, we can kind of do. That'd be great for you guys. Because I got the Friday night face-off thing going, but I've been behind a little bit. But we did a couple good ones there. I like to do just more than impacts and impact wrenches and, you know, but, you know, when it comes to certain tools, it's, you know, that's why you see the circular saw. I was thinking about doing a nice circular saw, face off, but, I mean, what can you really do? It was his first drill and impact driver. I'm sure he'll be impressed with the, what one did he get, buddy? What DeWalt did he get? All right, so let's weigh the Ridgid. All right, 2 pounds, 11.2 ounces for the Ridgid. Again, dude got some, you got a metal chuck's setting dial here, metal, on the DeWalt. It's plastic, but, I mean, this is a hard plastic, guys. I mean, I don't know, but it's up to you guys. You guys can decide. And this, well, see, it's not as much as I thought. So this is 2 pounds, 8.8 ounces. So it's really only 3 ounces different. You know, it could be, and I've made a mistakes like this before also. You know, thinking that something was a lot heavier or a lot lighter. You know, it's really balance of the tool also. You know, it's balance. I mean, it's 3 ounces, and it, you know, 3 ounces on something that's 2 pounds, 3 ounces. You know, it's probably like 5-10% or close to it. Probably off, but it's a little bit more. You know, when you think 3 ounces, oh, it's 3 ounces. But on something as small as this, national security. Oh. But yeah, so this is 3 ounces heavier. But, you know, all I can say is it feels a little bit more heavier than that. It could be this, you know, the balance of, you know, there's a lot of engineering that goes into these tools, and, you know, to have the comfort and to have the balance of it right in your hand. You know, the grip's a little bit thicker and it's a little bit heavier, but really not too much of a difference. 3 ounces. Wait, oh, this is reading. What's going on? Oh, that's because I got that on there. Oh, maybe that was on there. Let's do it quick again. I don't think it's going to make a difference, but yeah, 2 pounds, 11.2. 2 pounds, 8.8. Yeah, so just about 3 ounces. It is a little bit smaller, obviously. Let's get everything lined up just right. I'm telling you, it's straight. On camera, it doesn't look like it's straight. But, yeah, it's smaller. All right, a little bit smaller, you see. But, obviously for 89 bucks, and a lot of people are having a hard time finding this for that price. I think with the 2 batteries, it's worth it. I'd go with the DeWalt. Obviously, if they're both the same price, I'd go with the DeWalt. But it's up to you guys. But for the value person out there, again, you're getting a lifetime LCA with this, LSA, lifetime service agreement. So, this is a no-brainer to a degree too. It's it comes down to preference. They both have great reasons for buying both of them. Once you buy this, you're gonna pretty much have a drill for the rest of your life. Don't lose the receipt, keep it, and you're gonna have a battery. This is covered. Now, if you buy their batteries as bare tools, they don't have a lifetime service agreement. You have to buy them in a combo kit. So you will always have a battery and you'll always have a drill, pretty much, with this Ridgid $59 kit. So you get the charger and everything. So that's about it, guys. I got like 3 minutes left. If anyone has any questions, any questions, shoot about the tools here. If you do, if you don't, I appreciate you watching for an hour. I'm going to probably start doing a little bit more to the editing stuff. I know I have a lot of reviews to do. And also, I'm going to Milwaukee has sent me, they're going to be sending me to their little Milwaukee event in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'll be doing a tour. I'll be seeing all the new upcoming tools that are coming out. So I'm looking forward to that in June. I have the DCK. How do you feel about the drill and driver? I have the DCK 280 C2. And I don't see it on Home Depot for $15. Yeah, now, in case you tuned in late, somebody else kind of asked that. This is $59 in the store. This was an in-store only after the holidays. And like I say, I tell a lot of you guys, after the holidays, go to the stores, see what they have on clearance. Because like I said, they might order 50 of these combo kits. They sell 20 of them. They got 30 left. They got to get rid of them. They got to make room for something else. And I saw this. I was going to buy 2, like I said, and probably give one away. I didn't. And there's a good chance I'm probably going to raffle this one off. But we'll see. But yeah, this was a clearance in-store deal for 59 bucks. So you're not going to find it on Home Depot. This also, like I said, was 89 bucks. That price is long, long gone. And a couple people, oh no, I don't, you sure? I'm like, here. And I put the video in, because whenever I see these deals, I go straight to I try to get my phone out, and here it is. Go call your local Home Depot, see if they have this instead of driving down. But this is what they kind of have going at my Home Depot. I think it's a pretty good deal. If you're interested, either take a ride to Home Depot or call them and see if they have it. But yeah, no brainer for 59 bucks. Again, I always talk about just having a battery. If you were to buy this battery, it's probably 60 bucks. So why not have a complete LCA, a lifetime service agreement that I can have this forever, and get a free drill with a LCA and another charger. So gotta Be smart. I haven't bought a bare tool or a bare battery in my life. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I probably bought a bare tool, obviously. Yeah, but I know, I take that back. I never bought a bare battery in my life. I think they're the most overpriced, highest margin. I mean, I will agree when these lithium batteries came out, they were kind of expensive. But I mean, these batteries now, you can go on eBay and get these cells that are in here, these lithium ion batteries. I mean, the price has dropped tremendously. There's no reason why DeWalt 1.5 amp hour battery should be $50. You know, for Ridgid, that's one thing. You're getting a free lifetime warranty. So I mean, yeah, if you want to jack the price up a little bit to say, hey, you buy a battery, you don't really have to ever buy one again. So, but anyway, all right, it's over an hour, so I appreciate you watching. Again, tell me what you think of the live reviews. Not live reviews, but sometimes I'm going to do some unboxing and kind of on some stuff that, with the whole review thing. I mean, you really have to do a review right on a drill driver. You really have to, I think, do what I kind of did here. Just show it, go over the specs, price, what do you think of the weight? Is it comfortable? And then like 6 months, later, maybe even 3 months later, when you really use it on some, projects or in the line of work, and hey, love me some Ridgid, dig the stream. Thanks, buddy. Good to be king. You can get the M12 line batteries on Amazon as low as $40 for 2. For these, for the Ridgid or Milwaukee? I think you said Milwaukee. I don't know. You disappeared. Your comments come up and they go loop. They're gone. But yeah, the Milwaukee 1.5s. And you know what? You got to be, when people say, yeah, on Amazon, Milwaukee. Yeah, you really can't. You can get them on Amazon, but they're not from Amazon. So be aware of that. There's a lot of third-party sellers. I mean, you don't know where the hell this shit comes from. So be aware with that to a degree. I mean, when I buy Amazon, I will buy third-party stuff, but sometimes, Acme Tools is even on Amazon third-party, or CPO, or KC Tool. But I mean, some of these names that are out there, if you see a deal, be very careful to a degree. That's why I love KC Tools, because you're getting it shipped to you in the proper way. Plenty of, packaging the right way. And even Acme Tools to a degree. Right, I did get it third party, but check their reviews. Yeah. So, no, I mean, I'm not saying that third party's not good. But just look at the reviews like you really can't did. And, because some of them you got to be careful on. You don't know where they've come from, if they're knockoffs and stuff like that. But, alright, so that's about it, guys. I appreciate you watching, man. And, hopefully we'll get some, more stuff going on here. I got so much stuff I still got to do, the Milwaukee trimmer and the hedge trimmer. And if you guys ever try Chad's Toolbox, just got my first order. What is Chad's Toolbox, bud? I never heard of it. Is that kind of like that cat, this dude here with the get to work stuff? Oh, resale site. Oh, a resale. Oh, so it's kind of like used stuff, Chad's Toolbox? Oh, they specialize in German tools? Yeah, that's what I like about KC. Is it new stuff or is it kind of like used stuff? I've never heard of it, Chad's Toolbox. Oh, okay. No, I'll have to check it out, man. I've never heard of it. I haven't heard from it. I just got a delivery from Weehaw 2 yesterday. They sent me a couple stuff. I think they sent me their insulated screwdrivers. I was thinking about doing that live, but I love doing the live thing again because it just takes no memory off the phone. I kind of talk to you guys about it, but I really can't do it. I can't be holding the camera and doing that. Or even if I set it up, I don't know. you really have to go over the tool, I think, in a certain way. But maybe I'll do it with the Weehas. And maybe, like I said, we'll do something once a week where we can kind of just do a live video and kind of have it set. Because I do these on the whim, too. And I always say, oh, I didn't know you were on. Or, you know, you should kind of let people know before you're on. And I guess you can set it up some way to let people know that you're coming on. I mean, I'm not that technically computer literate. So, but hopefully we can come up with like a day, maybe like a Thursday night at 8, a Thursday night at 9, and you guys can jump on. And if you guys, and I love when you guys talk to each other on here too, and that's what's great too with the tool forum. If you guys have any, you know, questions that you want to put up there, again, I wish we can get the tool forum going. Again, it's not the perfect setup, you know, but I think it would definitely help you guys with a lot of questions out there. You know, we got a lot of people have signed up on the whole website now because of the raffle. So get on there, and you guys can follow each other. And you know, hey, did you see this? Did you see that? You know, that is your website just as much as it's mine. So if you use it, and you know, as long as there's no swearing and cussing and fighting, and you know, use it as if it's your own, guys. But all right, so that's about it, boys. I appreciate all you guys watching, man. Some good people out there, and that's what it's about, you know. Too, you guys are good people. And you know, that's the one thing I like about I don't ever hear really any you know, once in a while you get a couple people, but you know, the regulars that are on my channel always treat each other with respect and everything. And Ridgid is really doing some nice things. Yeah, they are. Like I said, Caravaggio 16. You know, they're breaking all the rules, man. They're coming out with just being very innovative with stuff. They're just always putting new stuff out, always breaking. And it, you know, it's weird because TTI is making this stuff, and Milwaukee must be like, what? I don't know how that whole thing works. It's a very weird setup because TTI doesn't own Ridgid, so it's very weird. I don't know how that works, man. But anyway, I don't know. Yeah, but you guys always are respectful. You really can't. Thanks, man. I appreciate. I thank you for watching and listening to my babble. But I give myself a headache, so I got to take a couple Tylenol here. And I'll catch you guys soon. Hopefully, one day next week, there will definitely be at the depot getting something. And I'm gonna hopefully go to that better one. I apologize. That depot, I should have known a little bit better. There's really not too much there. Thanks, the Miller Man. Thanks for watching, and thanks, Good to Be King. I appreciate that. I fully agree with the whole TTI thing. What about the Milwaukee guy? Yeah, I don't. I think to myself sometimes. It's like, oh hey, here's the Ridgid engineers. We want to come out with a 18 volt compressor. What do you think about that? Oh, that's good. Yeah, we'll make it for you. And everyone's going crazy. Oh, Ridgid. Oh my God, they're the best. Ridgid, they're coming out with all this stuff. Love the community. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Caravaggio. And yeah, thanks. You know, he appreciates you guys out there too, Caravaggio. That's what's good about it. But thank you, Nightbird, for watching, Nightbird. But yeah, I don't know how they can do that. You know, they must be like, oh, man, wow, that's a great idea. How come my Milwaukee guys didn't think of that? How come they didn't think of an 18 volt compressor? And I got to make it for them? Screw that. I'm coloring it red. It's going to be Milwaukee. But, alright, so that's about it. I'll catch you guys soon. Have a great rest of your week. And we'll catch you on the next one.